it's very unlikely that the federal government could partner with a municipality on any project that wouldn't ultimately involve the province paying some portion of it or having some involvement. So trying to do an end around on certain things, and housing is an obvious example, where the federal government goes direct to a municipality to try and cut some deal on something. It's just not productive in the grand scheme of things. And we just ask them to respect our jurisdiction, work with us, and we'll pull in other partners, which are municipalities are valued partners for sure. We can all work together. Just trying to exclude one of those parties from the table doesn't make sense, and we just want them to focus on their issues, and we'll focus on ours, and we'll get along just fine.
Thank you.
Can I just add, the second part of that is things like the school food lunch program, for example. It's a wonderful mom and pop type issue for the federal government to want to have a role in, but jurisdictions such as Prince Edward Island and others have had a pay what you can K-12 school lunch program since 2021. So I would certainly welcome and continue to make the offer to the federal government to come in and partner with us. So maybe we can expand it, maybe we can improve the offerings, maybe we can buy much more local if we have to pay a little more for it. We've extended our school lunch program into the summer for those families who struggle on a daily basis, that we provide some. And that's just one example of what we talk about, this jurisdictional creep, so to speak. We all at this table, and I think every Canadian would expect that all of their levels of government should try to pitch in and do everything they can to make their lives a little bit easier. But it gets just a little bit frustrating with the duplication and the overstepping, so to speak, of the federal government. The dental care program is another example where if they could just partner with a jurisdiction such as ours, who has done a very good job with the provincial dental care program, that we could probably exceed the goals in which the federal government has set. So when we talk about, when Premier Houston talks about the jurisdictional creep, this is what we're talking about. We're not asking the federal government to butt out. We're asking them to say, let's get to the table together. Let's understand from your jurisdiction the same way Tim or I would do that with our municipalities, to say, what do you need? How can we work together to achieve it? And at the end, keep people at the focus of this, and how can we best deliver the best results for Islanders and Canadians?
Yeah, I want to jump on this breakfast program. I think it's a great program, but here's an example. When the federal government, they spend $1 billion over 5 years feeding 400 kids. Our program in Ontario delivers almost 90 million meals and snacks to more than 600,000 school-age children, and our annual funding is $38 million. Like, something's broken. They're wasting taxpayers' money. Go through the provinces, and you know what happens? The premiers get pissed. Simple as that. And they jump in there, and they think they know better than what we know, and we deal with it on a daily basis. So throwing that sort of money around and just tossing checks around without any accountability, there's a perfect example how we can feed more children than what they can do there.